We are back at it again here with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, continuing to fight to hold support. And in today's volatility, our SPY buy at 1:50 p.m. sent out a bull indicator. And from that moment forward, inflows crossed the midpoint to the upside. Full strength on 42 vision and call options went up 200% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, fighting to hold support. And in today's video, we're going to break down the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity that was mentioned this morning over at the Discord. The home run day was spectacular and beyond expectations. And if you guys want to know about these stocks early on and receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So the home run day was from our Netflix bot. Our Netflix bot at 12:30 p.m. sent out a bear indicator, and from that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside. Pure weakness down 42 vision, and put options went up 70% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump to these charts. Here we are with the SPY stock, the S&P 500 index, continuing to do transitions here from bright green bars to red bars. And if this is your first time coming across the channel, this is 42 vision, which allows us to see the dips from the rips to the dips, and where the strength and weakness lies within the charts. And we also use our bull and bear indicators and inflow versus outflow as an extra layer of confirmation, which I'm going to pull up here and you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with the SPY stock, the S&P 500 index, back under a bull indicator, right? We talked about how strong the support was right at the 520 level. It continues to bounce back above it, and it got a bull indicator today at 520.98 to be exact. I would just round that up to 521, came back to test it and bounced sharply back up, breaking through the resistance from yesterday and today, up here at 522.50 level, and up here now towards the resistance we were watching of 523, canceling out that bear indicator from 521.65. Now, it wasn't just the SPY. You have the QQQ here, back under a bull indicator at 442. You have Tesla here, back under a bull indicator here at 172, bouncing up towards 179. We were watching this in yesterday's video, and I broke down the strength here of this tight consolidation. And then you also have Apple here within the volatility, dominated by a bull indicator at 186 and pushing away from it to the upside. And you have Netflix here within the volatility, doing a full transition from up here at bright green bars to white with red borders, and under a bear indicator up here at 617 and finding support at that key level here near 610. So something I will be watching going into tomorrow is if it will break and continue downwards or cancel out that bear indicator within the volatility with a possible bull indicator. Now, when we zoom out on the SPY and look at this from the 1 hour, we could see here a bull indicator yesterday at 521. Even though it pulled downwards and it was sitting sideways and it was slightly below it, that bull indicator never got canceled, right? It continued to dominate here within these charts, and it broke out of it broke the resistance of the last 3 days up here near 522.50, and right now it's sitting at 523.38. So it's going to be crucial for it to hold up here and going into tomorrow for inflows to follow, and that's what we're going to break down in just a moment. I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflows and break down the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow. Here we are with the SPY stock, the S&P 500 index, with inflows crossing over and getting really close here in the pre-market, coming back down and into the opening bell in middle of the volatility. It pushed upwards all day, right? Hitting highs up here at 4.19. Outflows have slightly began, and I will be watching this here on the 30-minute because if it continues downwards and it crosses the midpoint, it could quickly start to reflect that weakness into these charts. You could see once it crossed over here, how sharply things dropped from 521 down to 518. It quickly bounced back up, and those inflows dominating all day upwards, it continued to reflect that strength into these charts. Now, when we zoom out and look at this from the 1 hour, we could see here how inflows crossed over, and in the volatility of the pre-market, inflows were still above, and that's why the direction continued back up, right? There was more strength to the upside because inflows were dominated and never crossed to the downside in the bigger picture, and it hit highs here so far in the after hours of 3.22, and it has room to go higher based off the history of the chart, right? We've seen 4.46, we've seen up here 6.65, and then also up here at 7.2. So there is room here, and I will be watching this based off the volatility of the bigger picture if these inflows can continue upwards. Now, in the volatility of the 15-minute here, we could see the chop, right? When things pulled down, outflow slightly below the midpoint and dominating, but quickly those inflows picked up in the second half, continuing that push up after it found support and going up to these highs here of 423.75, right? Double rejection there, and outflows are beginning, but the chart has not completely collapsed because these outflows have not crossed the midpoint. If they do, the first support I'll be watching is 521.50. Then below that comes 520. And if it rolls that weakness over into the 30-minute, continuing to pull it downwards, the next support I'll be watching is 518.50. Those are the key levels I'll be watching to the downside. To the upside, it's going to be crucial and critical for these inflows to level off, right, and switch from red to green, pushing back up, continuing the staircase effect, holding the strength of those bull indicators, and rolling that strength over into the 30-minute and 1 hour to continue dominating with inflows. And the first resistance is 525, and then above that, I'll be watching the 527 level. So those are the key levels I'll be watching to the upside and to the downside. And apart from the whole run of the day, we also caught this week GME, guys. You see it popping up there on the screen. We mentioned this one yesterday early on in the pre-market, near $22 at 8 a.m. It pushed up to 38 and came back down. And today in the pre-market, it hit highs of $80. Right at the open, it quickly started to drop sharply from that $65 level back down here to a key support and resistance from yesterday at $35, and then it's pushing back up here in the after hours right now, and inflows are back above, guys. If you guys want to go ahead and know about these opportunities early on, we strive for them every single day, and our bots send out notifications throughout the day's volatility. Join us. Check out the link down below in the description to the 42 Vision indicators and becoming part of a growing community of investors that are all looking to learn and grow together. We look forward to having you join us. And as always, guys, these are the key levels I'll be watching on the SPY. And it's going to be crucial for these inflows to continue strong and above. Because if those outflows pull downwards towards the midpoint or cross it, it could quickly start to reflect that weakness into the charts. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. And let's make some money.